daughter too.
No. You didn't steal for that.
No.
Oh, that was backpack.
I still want to bring some food. Where's the strawberry knockout? Where's that strawberry knockout popsicle? You know what it is?
Oh, yeah, I know that popsicle backpack. That popsicle backpack is somewhere here. And you have to go deep. Hold on. I cannot see. I see. Watch the way. Go. Oh, that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, take that backpack. And that point is bomb. Take all that. No. I thought it was too red. No, I'm going to drive you to school.
My computer.
No, you can't. You don't know what the school is yet.
I'm taking the bus. Like I said.
No.
I can't take a bus.
No. The bus is two. The bus is two. Rubbish. Now we have to take your mama car. The teacher was big. This is the teacher. No, this is the teacher. This is the teacher. Okay, but they put in kindergarten.
No, she didn't make second grade.
No.
She's tall enough to be in second grade.
Who's next? Let me see what her habit is.
It's just to make up my phone on my computer.
We are just makeup.
I need some breakfast. Well, I need some lunch and breakfast. So why do I need so much?
I'm gonna make you something.
We have to make it so that we can school on time because I'm about to be late.
No, we did put tennis in food.
You have the popsicle.
No, we did put tennis. Get the food.
We can have a treat. Leave a treat. And
for snack, you have 2 donuts in the bag.
Well, I need some stuff to separate. Hold on, don't wait.
Okay.
Oh, so this can be my lunch too.
Yeah. Okay. That was Mom's time to leave.
For lunch, I'm gonna have the 2 donuts.
Yeah, no, the 2 donuts is for snacks.
But I want the marshmallows this year.
Oh, you have the donuts in the
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. the motion man right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hurts. Flush to his right. And off-balance throw there, and it's still lined up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Throwing his Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You look at this Eagle defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Purdy off the play fake. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him up to each defender, ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Trying for the tight end. Arts, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we're seeing early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away? and take control of this game.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Play action. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Second down, here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. touchdown. Grant Calcaterra from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled.
Y'all lost the remote.
I don't know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fair catch will be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Come here. I'm going to take it.
Man.
I'm going to take it out tonight. I mean, not like
so I can't cook because I can't put nothing else in the trash.
Okay.
You gonna take it from your feet on the carpet like that. Before y'all do anything else, clean this up. You alright. Just take them out, put it back, and then take the gum back. Put them in here. So we're going to use the marinade to have the little cups and stuff. I'm going to take orders and then I'm going to help cook at the same time, okay? Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, move this over here.
I'm going to pee, okay? No pee.
I don't need pee. Turn off the light. No, turn off the bathroom light. Sorry, you can go over here and start off in the kitchen. Why are you always about babies? They're not going to do this in here.
Here we go. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive. Because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
You can't afford to let this defense keep time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to goal. They've scored in 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
Hey,
You make a great case for
what's all that
flip
banging?
it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
They're going to look to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
You have a coffee with milk. You have coffee, and inside the coffee she wants milk, marshmallows, and chocolate.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielding just inside the 20. That'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
At the 22-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This is the bill, and this is the table now. So yeah, 2 lemonade coming right up. DJ.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd. Their own 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the 2nd half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, Obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Here's Purdy. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They'd driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought. It has not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
I want to be the cooker.
It's running. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What are y'all listening to?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. This will be caught by Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Swift going to try up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Now Hurt's going to move him around.
My baby don't want to eat.
I don't care.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Given a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Purdy. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Already at the line, the Philly offense set to go. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave him a comeback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 45 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.